Hello my dear children, this is my class 12th chapter going on is that is electrochemistry, and today is the last topic of the chapter electrochemistry, that is laws of electrolysis. In my previous lecture what we studied, that is your cell, electrolytic cell. So you know electrolytic cell, there is a difference between electrochemical cell and electrolytic cell. And in electrolytic cell, I told you about the product of the electrolysis, very important topic we covered in the previous talk. That is yesterday. Now I am taking your topic laws of electrolysis as well as the numericals related with laws. There are two laws of electrolysis. One is Faraday's first law, Faraday first law of electrolysis, and Faraday's second law of electrolysis. Now taking one by one, according to Faraday first law, the weight of the substance liberated, that is W. Write down W is the weight of the substance liberated when the electric current is passed, right? Is directly proportional to the quantity of the charge. Quantity of the charge means how much time, that is you are passing the current for how much time. It's I for current and time for T for time in seconds. So Q is equal to I into T. You can write separately. Q is equal to I into T. What is the Q? Q is the charge, I is the current, and time, T is the time. So according to Faraday first law, the amount of the substance liberated, that is W, is directly proportional to the quantity of the charge passed into it. So it's W proportional to Q and W proportional to I into T. W is equal to Z into I into T. So what is the Z here? You write Z is the electrochemical equivalent. Z is the electrochemical equivalent. And now question is, what is the Z? What Z represents? If you pass the 1 ampere current for 1 second only, if you pass 1 ampere current for 1 second only, that is you passed 1 coulomb's charge. This means 1 coulomb charge. Then W is equal to Z only, right? That means Z is equal to W. So now what is electrochemical equivalent? Electrochemical equivalent is the weight of the substance liberated when 1 coulomb of charge is passed into the solution. So this is my A part, right? What I have explained you, mark it 1 Roman numeral. So again listen before taking second. According to Faraday first law, the weight of the substance liberated is directly proportional to the quantity of the charge. Charge means for how much time you are passing the current. Q is equal to I into T. This formula we will sooner apply in the numericals. That means W is equal to Z into I into T. And Z is what? Z is the electrochemical equivalent, and Z always comes equal to W. That is the weight of the substance liberated when 1 ampere current passed for 1 second, that is 1 coulomb charge passed. So remember. Now I am taking your second part of this Faraday first law. You know 1 electron you are studying class 11th. 1 electron has charge 1.6 into 10 raised to power minus 19 coulombs. Okay, that means 1 mole of electron has how much charge? 6.022 into 10 raised to power 23 electron has how much charge? If you will do the calculation, 1.6 into minus 19 by 1 multiply by 6.022 into 10 raised to power 23, that will come 9650. After calculation it will come 96500 coulombs per mole. That means always remember, what is the 96500? 96500 is the charge carried by 1 mole of electron. So this is also called 1 Faraday. So if anybody asks you question, what is 1 Faraday? Your answer is 1 Faraday is the charge carried by 1 mole of electron. So write the definition, define 1 Faraday. So 1 Faraday is a charge carried by 1 mole of electron, that is 96500 coulombs. Now I am taking the third part. Now I am taking one occasion, general occasion, and we will solve the numericals all based upon this type of occasion. Mn plus n electron. I am taking general term M, arrow M, metal, right? Now remember student, this is n electron. When one electron moves, 1 mole of electron moves, it carry 1 Faraday. So what is this n electron? This means n into 96500 coulombs. Always remember, when 1 mole of electron move, 1 mole of electron move in the circuit, it carry 1 Faraday of electricity, or you may say it carry 96500 coulombs. If n mole of electron move, it will carry n into 96500 coulombs. So if this much coulombs passed into the solution of the metal, write down in a unitary method, 9 into 96500 coulombs, if passed, then metal deposited. How much metal deposited? It is equal to atomic weight of the metal. What is the atomic weight? Write down atomic weight. And if 1 coulomb is passed, just 1 coulomb, if 1 coulomb is passed, then how much your metal liberated? So it is atomic weight divided by n into 96500. Atomic weight divided by 96500 into 1. That means 1 coulombs of the charge always deposit this much metal. Do you know atomic weight by valency, that is by n, is the equivalent weight. So you may put here, it is the equivalent weight. So again listen, Mn plus n electron m. Always remember, when 1 mole of electron move, it carry 1 Faraday of electricity, or 96500 coulomb. If n mole of electron move, that is n into 96500 coulombs, if passed in the solution of the metal, how much metal deposited on the electrode, that is its atomic weight. Whatever the metal, we will write it the atomic weight. So when 1 coulomb passed, it comes atomic weight divided by n into 96500 multiplied by 1. This means, now you can make it round, atomic weight by n is always equivalent weight. Remember this. That means 1 coulombs when passed, then it deposit equivalent weight divided by 96500. So atomic weight by n for valency, atomic weight by n is equal to always equivalent weight. So write in a short, equivalent weight by 96500. This means if 1 coulombs passed, then it deposits equivalent weight divided by 96500. Now you take the first point. When I covered the first, what I dictated. Now note down. Now I am taking this. I am going to rub this. Now when 1 coulombs passed, you know, when there was the end of the first point, I written Z is equal to W. So what is a Z? You know, Z is the electrochemical equivalent. What is it? It is equal to the weight of the substance liberated when 1 coulomb of charge is passed. This means here 1 coulomb of charge is equal to this, and here 1 coulomb of charge. Write down, when 1 coulomb of charge. So if you concile the point 1 and 3, what comes? That comes equivalent weight divided by 96500 is equal to Z. So what is this? So Z is equal to equivalent weight. So you can write here, that is a Faraday first law of electrolysis. So last line of the first point is, so what is Z? Z is equal to W. At what time? When 1 coulomb of charge is passed. And the third point shows, when 1 coulomb of charge is passed, then it becomes equal to equivalent weight by 96500. So that means your Z is equal to equivalent weight by 96500. So that means this is a Faraday first law of electrolysis. We will take this part and this part, that is Q is equal to I into T, and this is in the numericals. Now I am taking Faraday second law of electrolysis. Write down Faraday's second law of electrolysis. According to Faraday's second law, you make a small diagram. These are two different solutions. I have taken two beakers with two different solutions. One I have taken zinc sulfate and other I have taken copper sulfate. So there are two metal electrodes. So this is your metal electrodes, right? So this is battery. That is same electricity, same quantity of the current is passed. This is a positive terminal, positive. This is a negative terminal. Okay, this is a negative. This is a negative terminal. If it is positive, it is negative. If it is negative, it is positive. So these are the two solutions right on connected in a series. So now from the diagram it is very much clear, when the same quantity of the electricity is passed in the different solution. When the same quantity of electricity is passed in the different solution, then the amount of the substance liberated is directly proportional to the equivalent weight. Write down, according to Faraday's second law, when the same quantity of electricity is passed in the different solution which are connected in a series, then what will happen? You will see sooner. Then the amount of the substance liberated, that is W, is directly proportional to their equivalent weights. Okay. Now you know W is equal to Z. Right now W is equal to Z because we have different solution. W1 by W2 is equal to Z1 by Z2. You know, in the first law of electrolysis, what was the Z1? You know, Z was equal to equivalent weight by 96500. It was the right answer of first law. First law tell us Z is equal to equivalent weight by 96500. So you put the value of Z1 here, right? So it become W1 by W2 is equal to E1 by 96500, and after that it is E2, 96500 cancel, and that comes W1 by W2 is equal to E1 by E2. That comes W1 by W2 is equal to E1 by E2. That means W proportional to equivalent weight. E for equivalent weight. So this is a Faraday's second law. According to Faraday's second law, again you can write, when the same quantity of electricity is passed in the two different solutions connected in a series, then you can see now, then the amount of the substance liberated W is directly proportional to their equivalent weight. This is all about your Faraday first law and second law. Let us start the numericals of electrolysis. Open your NCERT book. Open the NCERT back exercise. I am taking few numericals. Write down. First numerical is of a solution of nickel nitrate. I am taking the numericals from NCERT first. Write down the topic today's is numericals of electrolysis, and your numerical number is 15, 15. So 15 is the numerical. There is a solution given. It's a nickel nitrate. So students, whenever you want to calculate, whenever the numericals of the electrolysis comes, your first step is to write a occasion. Because in this numerical they have mentioned the nickel solution. So you will write the occasion. This is the first step. Nickel 2 plus nickel nitrate plus 2 electron arrow nickel. In the similar way I have written during Faraday first law. What I have written in Faraday first law? Mn plus n electron arrow m. In the same way I have written here. Nickel 2 plus 2 electron arrow nickel. So this is the first step of the numericals of the electrolysis. Now they are saying this solution of nickel nitrate is there. You can see the numerical number 15, 15, and a current of 5 ampere, that is Q is equal to I into T. Always apply this formula. That is how much ampere? 5 ampere current is passed. For how much time? Let us check. It is 20 minutes. Make it second. 20 into 60. So whatever it comes, it will come in coulombs. That comes 6 into 2, 12. 12 into 5, it is 600. 600, that is 6,000 coulombs, right? So now you can apply here. Now you come to this occasion part. Write down occasion. This is occasion and this is your 6,000 coulomb. Now what you will do, students, you will write occasion here. You can see 2 electron. You will never say 2 electron. You will always say 2 mole of electron. When 1 mole of electron move, it carry 1 Faraday. When 2 mole of electron move, it carry 2 Faraday. You may attempt your numerical in Faraday and coulombs, one and the same thing. So it's the coulombs, so it's better to apply coulombs here. 2 into 96500 coulombs. This, I'm saying to this, okay? 2 into 9650 coulombs of electricity, of charge, whatever you want to write, you can write, of charge is passed in the nickel solution, this solution, nickel nitrate solution. Then how much nickel that is produced? It is the atomic weight of nickel. It will come in your that is exams. Atomic weight of nickel is like it is 63.5 gram. If it is 63.5 gram, if it will be given. Now here it is 6,000 coulomb. So if 6,000 coulombs of charge is passed, then how much nickel deposited? So it's atomic weight of nickel divided by 2 into 96500 multiplied by 6,000. Your answer will come in grams. Okay. So very simple numericals. I am taking few numericals today. So this is very simple. The first step is you write your occasion. The second step is apply the unitary method, or somewhat there is a little variation, and this is very common formula, Q is equal to I into T. In the similar way, you can attempt at your home 16 numerical. There are 3 solutions given. It's the same way. 3 solutions given. You will make 3 paragraphs because there are 3 solutions. Now I'm taking your numerical number 14, 1-4. Now in the 1-4 numerical, which is an objective type numerical, they are asking how much electricity in coulombs is required. For what purpose? The first I'm taking, they are saying for 1 mole of water. 1 mole of water to oxygen. That means just they wanted to electrolyze 1 mole of water. Do you know 1 mole of water has oxygen? It is, you know, 2Hi and O2 minus. Okay, first of all, write occasion. My target is to write occasion always. Occasion is O2 minus, because in water there is a single atom of oxygen. O2 minus, arrow, half oxygen. To balance it, you may write half oxygen. Okay, now plus 2 electron. I think the action is balanced. 2 minus this side, 2 minus this side. Now this is your answer. How much electron traveling, moving? When water is electrolyzed, this is 2 electron. Never say 2 electron. Always say 2 mole of electron. Your answer is 2 Faraday. So when 1 mole of water electrolyzed, then to produce half mole of oxygen, then you need 2 Faraday. To produce 1 mole of oxygen, we want 4 Faraday. Very simple answer. So whatever the question is, if the question is calculate half oxygen, then the answer is 2 Faraday. If it is 1 oxygen, 1 mole of oxygen, your answer is 4 Faraday. Or if they are asking in coulombs, I think if they are asking in coulombs, you write 2 into 96500 coulombs. Okay. So I am taking your second part. Now in the second part, same numerical, 1 mole of Fe2O3, FeO to Fe2O3, FeO, ferrous to Fe2O3. So what is the difference between these two? In this is a ferrous, in this is a ferric, Fe3 plus. So ferrous to ferric, that means 1 electron this side. this always say 1 mole of electron. Your answer is 1 Faraday. Objective MCQ type questions. So it's 96500 coulombs. Now I'm taking your same type of numerical. Your numerical number is 12. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, all these are the Faraday's laws of electrolysis numericals. Now I'm taking your numerical number third part. Your first two parts you can do yourself, very simple they are. I'm taking 1 mole of permanganate ion, MnO4 minus 2 manganese ion. How much electricity is required? So what you will do? You will calculate the oxidation number. Manganese is X, oxygen is -2. Your answer come X minus 8 is equal to -1. Write down +7. So manganese oxidation number is 7. Here manganese 2 plus. How much electron needed by this? 5 electron. 5 mole of electron. That you have already done in balancing redox section previously. +7 this side, +2 this side. This means differences of the 5. You will add the 5 mole of electron with the oxidation number is more. So your answer is 5 Faraday or 5 into 96500 coulombs. Rest two parts of the same numerical you can do yourself. Now I am taking your numerical number is 13. One part I am taking, and if the one part, it is how much electricity is required when there is a 20 gram calcium. Calcium it is. As it is a calcium. Always write the equation first. Calcium 2 plus 2 electron. Calcium metal N plus Mn plus N electron M. Calcium atomic weight is 40 gram. And this is what? Always write atomic weight. Okay? It's 2 Faraday, or you may write this is your wish. 2 into 96500 coulomb. If that means if you passing this much electricity in the calcium solution, then this much calcium deposits. Now they are asking 20 gram calcium. So very simple. If you want to deposit 20 gram calcium, so you need half of that. Your answer comes objective type here. This is the answer. For 40 gram, this much charge is required, and they are asking for 20 gram. For 40 gram, this much required, and for 20 gram, half of it is required. Your answer is 96500 coulombs. This is your numerical. One part left, you can do yourself. Now you open your exercise numericals are over. There are one of the in-text numericals too. You can do yourself. That is your numerical number is 10. 10th in text. Also attempt along with this type of numerical. So with that you have completed the chapter electrochemistry. Now listen to me carefully what we have done. Write down the conclusion of this chapter. Now I am taking your first topic. What I have taken? The first topic was electrochemical cell. Write along with me. It was the first topic where we have discussed galvanic cell. Why anode is negative, why cathode is positive, what is the function of the salt bridge. And the second topic we covered was electrode potential. There are two types of potential: reductional, oxidation potential. Reductional potential, electrode potential. Okay, in the same we have studied SHE, same topic, standard hydrogen electrode. So third topic was electrochemical series. In electrochemical series, we attempted many types of numericals, that is to calculate EMF of the cell, which is more reactive metal, Nernst equation, very important equation, Nernst equation, calculation of the equilibrium constant, calculation of K, that is equilibrium constant from Nernst equation, and very important these 4, 5, 6 topics were, because same topic they are. Relation between free energy minus delta G naught is equal to NFE naught, free energy and cell potential. So these 3, 4, 5, 6 topic was full of numericals. And after this attempting 6th topic, we have started with the 7th topic, that was your conductance, specific conductance K, equivalent conductance, molar conductance, their numericals portions, relation between these two. What are these? What is resistance? What is conductance? What is the effect of dilution on them, extra. And after that, there is a graphical portion was here. That is Kohlrausch's law, Kohlrausch, Kohlrausch law. This law was used to calculate the equivalent conductance of the weak electrolyte at infinite dilution. Where application of Kohlrausch law, of course. And next topic was very simple and very interesting, that is primary and secondary batteries. Along with a special cell, that is a fuel cell. Primary batteries were dry cell, mercury cell. Secondary battery was lead storage battery, that is nickel cadmium battery, fuel cell, corrosion mechanism, prevention of corrosion, factors which affect corrosions, extra. And after covering all these batteries, your topic electrochemical cell completed. Then we started with your topic electrolytic cell. We have completed the electrolytic cell in 2 lectures. Electrolytic cell, the first topic I covered product of electrolysis. And the second topic we covered today, that is Faraday's laws along with numericals. 10-11 topics, and after that, of course, I will make some assignments now and will send you within days. Now this means your 2 chapters of physical chemistry completed, and the next 3rd chapter we will take in the next lecture, again is of physical chemistry. First we are going to complete physical chemistry, then I will give you the questions, then I will start with that is competitive type of questions, and then we will start with the organic chemistry. Thank you.